Hello, hello, children. Thank you for coming to see the show. Yeah, it's off night today. Yeah, you're on there for the off night. Yes. Welcome to the show. Very good to see you again. Yes. I want to introduce you to your MC and host today, Mr. Mark Sweetman.
Hey, thank you very much. Good to see you too.
Yeah, I'm just doing my German scientist.
Hold on, I'm gonna get you back on camera just a second here.
Okay.
All right, how do I do that? I think I do. Oh, here it is. There we go. Okay, good. Oh, and then I turn off the.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me get rid of this. Okay, you hear music still?
Yes. The psychology of it all is this: we must continue to communicate with our elders and make them feel okay.
Thank you, Dr. Freud.
Yes, very much so. Yes, I'm very happy we were able to experience this. This is why baseball is so important to the future. If we handle the balls correctly and the trajectory is good, the baseball will fly like a friend in a. Oh, I found out what a fastball is. I found out what a slider is.
Oh, now do you know the difference between a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball?
No. What is a 4-seam fastball and a 2-seam fastball?
Okay. If you look at a ball, it's got stitch. You know what? This is something we can discuss once we get everyone out here.
All right. I would like to have a baseball discussion. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have the baseball discussion, but let's table that for now. Let's get Susan out here to read her poem.
Oh yeah.
And then we can be on our way. Especially since we got started late. Sorry for you people that tune in at 8:00. Although I've noticed going through the analytics that most people watch this after it's been put out there. They don't watch it live. They watch it at their convenience, which is okay. We leave it up for a whole week.
Wow.
All right, here. Well, only because you have to take it down. You actually have to remove it unless you remove it. It stays up for a whole week.
Mark, are you being truthful? Do you say we have to remove it, or is somebody asking us to remove it? You know, what's going on?
Nobody's asking us. We don't have to remove it. Nobody's asking us to do it. All we're doing is we're putting this one over as the live one, and then it moves that one to the already played. It's not the latest one. So
okay.
And YouTube does that for me. I don't do anything. All right. So who am I? What am I? Oh, I need Susan out. That's right. I'm looking for Susan. There she is. Okay, we got Susan.
There we go.
Right here.
Look at you looking good. Look at that. She looks good.
Yes.
Oh,
she looks very good.
She always looks good. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, you got our poem? I can put you up there.
Looking librarian poetry person, right?
Oh yeah, very, very, very hot librarian look here.
Hey, I was attracted to those type of women. I'm sorry, librarian was my thing.
Channeling my complete nerd.
There you go. All right, you ready to nerd up? Let's get Susan.
Sure, I'll share a poem with you.
Okay.
Okay. September 8th, 2025, and here's some poetry ripped from the headlines. Smithsonian reaffirms independence to White House review demand. Word has it Trump told he can just go pound stand. House Oversight Committee now has Epstein's birthday book. And ICE begins midway blitz in Chicago. Are you shook? Trump renamed the Pentagon the Department of War, and RFK Jr. doesn't comprehend what vaccines are for. And that's your poem of the week.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Let's get Jason out here because I want to go into the poem stuff here. And here's Jason Grant, Grant as in rant, Jason.
As I follow the sage of Southfield. Thank you, Miss Susan.
Yes. See.
How does Jason present his material? He's Grant.
Yes, with John Wayne as Genghis Khan in the background. How could we possibly go wrong?
True.
Yeah, no kidding.
Our new leadership.
So anyway, I just wanted to add that there's nothing quite as, I don't know what to say, disjointed as actively seeking the Nobel Peace Prize and then changing the Defense Department name to the Department of War.
I loved it.
That is,
and that's kind of shocking if he talks about wanting to go back to when America was great, which is, like, when was that? Even our money used to have the eagle facing the arrows, and they changed it to have the eagle face the peace, the olive branch.
The olive branch.
So we're trying to look away from war, and then he's going to call it Department of War. Yeah. I think he's trying to do what Ukraine is and never leave office by starting a war, and that's not how America works.
Ukraine is doing
very Orwellian what he's doing.
Well,
it's like
apparently they can't hold elections right now in Ukraine because of the war that's going on, and so Trump seemed to be, like, excited about that.
I'm sorry, if the U.S. is trying to get into a war, we could get blown to smithereens. I mean, there's a lot of countries out there. In fact, the three biggest countries with the atomic bomb are India, China, and Russia. And who all got together last week?
India, China.
The people ready to toast. The people ready to toast us.
Yeah.
Well, I think also Modi and Xi and Putin all coming together. Basically, what they're going to move the United States out of the world economy. They're just going to take it over.
Good luck with that.
Trump's kind of doing a good job by himself, taking us out of.
What does America? What does America have that they can't produce?
We have tariffs.
Ingenuity, control the monetary system. 2,500 deployed nuclear weapons.
Freedom. Now we're arresting people who are peacefully here legally.
600 million people armed to the teeth.
They arrested a family from Puerto Rico because they were speaking Spanish. That's crazy. I don't think Trump in his first term even knew that Puerto Rico was a part of America.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to take that further. Half the United States doesn't know Puerto Rico is a part of the United States.
Right.
Yeah. See,
right.
we also have another territory called Samoa, American Samoa. Nobody knows that either.
We have American Virgin Islands. We've got, we have a lot of territories. Hawaii used to be a territory.
Well, yeah. Better Call Saul.
Hey, we stole that fair and square. On behalf of America, on behalf of the American Fruit Company. Memory serves. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'm just saying, Better Call Saul knows American Samoa's there, so that's what I'm saying.
Well,
there you go.
I would have to say our education system is to blame for American children growing up not knowing what's part of America.
Well, like Barack Obama said, he'd been through all 57 states. So, yeah, there's the it's been going on for a while. Not new.
That's the mental states, though. Anyway.
Well, what can I say? He
Illinois doesn't want ICE there in Chicago, and
too bad.
He's moving in anyway. They named it the Midway Blitz.
Yeah. 8 people shot and killed.
Who's the guy who ran for Senate last year?
Where?
Here.
From what state? Here?
Some
from Michigan?
inbred West Sider from the DeVos or Van Andels. Who knows?
No, the guy was he ran for the Republican Party.
John James, but he's in the House now. They finally got him a House seat.
I'm talking about the Senate.
Yeah,
the last time.
I don't know who.
He's from.
Mike Rogers.
Mike Rogers. one of the most horrifying human beings God ever put on planet Earth. The reason, if people hate Republicans, it's because of men like Mike Rogers.
All right, now Mike Rogers, he said he wanted to have the troops come to Detroit.
Well, I'm sure he did. There's a reason why he didn't win, too, isn't there? Yeah. I mean, okay, name 5 successful Republican senators in Michigan. Okay. I'll wait.
I can't. I suppose it depends how you define successful.
I'll give you Robert Griffin. Robert Griffin was a good man. He was a good senator. Okay, we go back, 45 years to get that one? 45 years?
Yep. Yeah, that was 45 years.
How about
Carl Levin got his seat?
Yeah, and deservedly so. And while Carl Levin and my politics didn't always intersect, the fact is Carl Levin was a good man who thought about this country and who thought about this state and came from a family that is rather civically minded, as opposed to the inbred knuckle-dragging mongrels that run the rest of the state outside of southeastern Michigan.
I
bring
Carl
up their
Levin.
name.
I even have a good photograph of me with him.
Me too.
On film, not even digital. That's how long ago I met him.
He and the film in now. Anyway, okay.
He and his lovely wife were outside a restaurant in Detroit, and a small group had gathered. He talked to everybody for over an hour solid. And he suggested that when I was asking him about what he thought about Hillary's run for president, he suggested that we really look into Bernie Sanders. This was in 2014.
I like Uncle Bernie a lot.
Well,
I've seen Bernie twice.
I like the way he talks. He talks with his hands. There's nobody talking.
I worked for 2 of his campaigns. He did very well. Very well.
I loved that mitten meme. Bernie sitting there at Biden's inauguration, and I even bought Mark a T-shirt with that on there.
Well, please bear in mind, it wasn't my party. It wasn't my party. It was yours that kind of aced him out of that nomination, not once but twice. But hey, that's between you Dems. You guys figure it out. I'm with the stupid party.
Look at what they're trying to do with Mondami in New York now. They're trying to squeeze him out of the nomination.
Well, he's a communist. You're damn right they are. They know it was going to be bad for the
I saw a great T-shirt today, Jason, and I think if I can get a XXX size, I'll buy one for you. It said,
"Thank you, Mark."
Mark, you used to do a very funny line in your act that said, if they want to buy all our land, sell it to them, then we vote in a socialist government and take it all back.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Well, I just love here's the XXX sweatshirt, fat ass.
I don't think I'm ever going to get a word. I was going to quote this shirt, and here I am trying to get a word in edgewise. Okay, the T-shirt said, communism. Oh shit.
Communism is shit. Okay, what a great shirt.
No.
I like that for a T-shirt, Mark.
No.
Socialism is great. Communism is shit. There we
go. I gotta see if I.
You should prepare for your show and have these things.
Now, quit hectoring Mark. He's the host. Come on, people, give him a break. Just because he called me a fat ass who needs a XXX T-shirt and is going to die of a heart attack sooner rather than later, am I angry?
Can you wear? Wait a minute, Jason. Can you wear a XXX T-shirt?
Oh, I suppose you could paint one on. It could look like an applique. It would, I don't think we need to delve into things like facts right now. I think simple, simple invective is good enough.
Anything else you want to talk about in the news that I put in the poem?
Well,
I like that the House Oversight Committee got the Epstein stuff, a little bit of the Epstein stuff.
Well, hey, serious question on the Epstein stuff. And Susan, since you're here, I would like you to address this. If, for instance, there's a bunch of stuff about Trump in those files, and that's why he doesn't want them out. Okay, maybe. Why didn't they do that when Biden was in office? Because God knows they were on top of the info then, or even for that matter, when Barack Obama wasn't, because this stuff is all 20, 25 years old.
Well, I think part of what was going to happen was, remember, he got arrested and at the end of the Trump, and then he was going to go to trial. So him getting murdered or suicide, not sure, and not going to trial kind of threw things off a bit. So I don't think you can fully. I can understand why at the end of the Trump administration, number one, that nothing happened, but some of the things that are going on right now are there were 2 identified witnesses that were also co-conspirators with Epstein that were supposed to testify in his trial. And now those names have been redacted and it's public record. So they need to be unredacted. So that's one of the battles that's out there right now. Mm-hmm. And then the victims of Epstein are getting together and compiling their own list. So I want to see their compiled list of Epstein clients. So that's going to happen as well. So look forward to that.
Okay.
All right. Here it wasn't communism. Here's the T-shirt that I saw today. It says, "Socialism, communism for slow learners."
You see, Mark, I would wear that shirt.
Even
if my man boobs would have a little bit of lift and separation, which at my age, come on.
The S and the M in socialism would be sticking out with your man boobs. Is basically what that.
Well, we've got a man boobs.
All right. Well, on that note of man boobs, I am going to say, nice to see you all, and
see you, and we make a note. Man boobs reference at 18 past the hour. So
there we go.
We want to log.
It's 8:18. It's time for the man boobs.
Man boobs. Yeah. Man boobs.
The thing is, two of us have definite man boobs. That's the problem. You know?
Well, I was going to wear
third one.
I was going to wear something sort of like what Andy's wearing, so I could say that I'm doing the show in my Andy wear. But you know. And by the way, you'd be great in the musical production of The Thing, where you play the scientist. Remember in the original Thing, not the John Carpenter thing, where he's like, you fools, don't you realize this is, and he tries to reason with the monster. Of course, he gets his neck.
I know you're smarter than us. I know it's possible you got to communicate.
Yes, and he gets his neck snapped, and James Arness tosses him aside like a rag doll. But come on.
Yes. But then they say the doctor to try to discuss stuff. The scientist, good job, ignore the fact that you've been a pain in the ass the whole time.
There you go.
All I wanted to say is that the War Department, and by a peacemaker, is a nice combination of Orwellian thinking.
Yes.
Peace through war, war through peace.
Peace is our profession. War is our hobby, as they used to say at SAC way back in the day.
There you go. All right.
Let's not forget War Department was good enough for Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and it was certainly good enough when we signed the peace treaty on the ship USS. Not the Indianapolis, but the Missouri to end World War II.
Yes.
So,
why don't we just call it
these proceedings finished?
You got to admit, MacArthur. Go, Mike. Go, Mark.
Why don't we just call it the military?
Yeah.
Well, in all honesty, I like the redesignation because the fact of the matter is that is what that is. It is the War Department. That is what we do with it.
I'm curious. You probably know this. When did they actually build the Pentagon?
That was in the early 1940s, and it was done like mid 1941. Like the paint was drying in Pearl Harbor.
In the middle of the war? Holy shit!
No, in the middle of we weren't quite in it yet. We, in typical American fashion, we join about 2/3 of the way through and then declare ourselves the winners. We're good at that. Our European friends are not so happy with us, but screw them. If they could finish a war, they would, but they need us every time. Mm-hmm. So no, it was finished about mid 1941, and the guy who finished the construction, who supervised it, was one General Leslie Groves. He was later given another assignment involving a rather large munition, the second largest defense project at the time. The number one, the most expensive defense project was the B-29 bomber. Mm-hmm. Which our dear friends at Boeing have certainly done well from all these years later. And at the end of World War II, Eisenhower wrote a personal letter to Dick Groves. He never called him Leslie. It was Leslie Richard Groves. And said, "Dear General Groves, Dick, you have alienated everyone. You were disliked by the entire department. we're going to give you your 3rd star, and you are retired. That was his thank you. At the end of the war, he delivered the weapon that we've been hiding behind for many, many decades now. But he was like, well, and for you, Mr. Groves, now is a good time to go to the Happy Acres General Retirement Store and spend your time, which he did. Yeah. I think he went working for Westclock or one of those companies. General MacArthur got a job with Bulova. What is it with watch companies?
At that time, it was pretty exciting,
Yeah. And give MacArthur credit. I mean, thank you, Susan, for talking about the modern age. We're now going back 8 centuries. But MacArthur's speech at the end of World War II is actually pretty close to perfect for a guy who was a little bit of a egotist and not afraid of bombast in any way, shape, or form.
Like old soldiers, I don't fade away. I don't die, I just fade away.
Fade away. That's because he wanted us to use nuclear bombs and get us into World War with China. And a little guy from Missouri said, I'm the president, I'm the boss, and you don't get to push me around, and you're fired.
The buck stops here.
Because Harry Truman was, even though he might have been on the other party, the man was a certified badass and one of the best presidents of the 20th century, and maybe one of the best presidents ever, although he's in the shadow of FDR, who does rightfully outshine him. Sadly, doesn't make it to the end of world, dies in April of 45. We all know that. And by the way, I'm older than FDR by a year.
Really?
And
you made it longer. You made it longer than FDR?
I'm like, I'm 10 years older than Hitler, and he had more girlfriends than I did. Well, everyone had more girlfriends than I did.
If I make it to next year, I will have doubled Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
Exactly. 66, man. You gotta celebrate with a rolling rock at that time. 2 rolling rocks.
Just make sure the missus doesn't come home with your birthday present that you're assembling. And honey, this looks an awful lot like a cross. Yeah.
Yeah, don't give her any ideas.
She might be listening. I picked this up at the carpentry shop. Yeah. At the Joshua Bar David Carpentry Center. Yeah. Got it for you. So, are you guys, oh no.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. All right. Good enough. It looks like Andy or you are hung up.
No, I'm not frozen. I'm just waiting. That's okay.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're not trying to speculate on Mark's demise. We're going to wait for him to double the lifespan of our Savior here on Earth. Yeah. We'll see how that works out.
Well, I've already outlived both of my grandfathers. So they died at 55 and 58. Yeah. My dad died at 77. I'm still 11 and a half years away from him.
Right.
Let me see what else have I got here.
Well, you haven't got Keith Richards. We are all on the Keith Richards baseline.
God bless that man. I mean, what do you want? I mean, that is an awesome string,
Oh, I know. I mean, if we can all get to that point where we say we outlived Keith Richards.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, good luck with that. I mean, that's not going to work out so well for us. I mean,
well, the thing is, there's like my mom died at 79, right? And she probably could have lived 10 more years, but it would have been horrible. I mean, she died at 79 in surgery, right? Well, right. That's what was her demise. I mean, she never really came to,
right?
And we don't know how much she was suffering in her comatose state, but right. She lived like another 10 days, but still. I mean, her life was not gonna. Her life was she had peaked basically, and it was. And my dad had a lot of suffering in his last 10 years. He had COPD, and the sins.
You're really painting a picture for me to look forward to now that I'm facing my golden years. We need to have the appropriate backdrop of the.
Is the golden years a joke on urine or golden year or on the
streets of gold or
if I make a golden stream or golden year joke, I know Andy will be marking it up. It'd be like 827 next golden year. Okay, yeah, definitely
golden.
Golden. David, we lived at a time when David Bowie lived to 69. I miss David Bowie, but good Lord, we had him for 69 years.
Yeah, that's true.
And not only that, he talk about a guy who went out peaking with his last album.
He did.
It was like Charles Schultz with his last cartoon. I mean, it certainly was better than Tiny Tim dying on stage singing Tiptoe Through the Tulips with a leaky Depends.
I love your rants.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jason Your
rants.
That's how I'm going to introduce you from now on, Jason.
Guys, I'm so trying to get I was at the gym again today, just trying to get some energy and trying to get back to it. It is not, I got to be honest with you, and I'm not asking for any sympathy because I know from you two I won't get any of it. But the last month or so has really, really went hard on me. And I'm just trying to get back to where I was like at the beginning of August. I'm not even trying to, go back beyond that. Just trying to get some, because I'd love to go back on stage. I've been working on some new material. I think it would be good. I've tried it out in the cab. The people seem to be appreciating it. So, I mean, is it rant based? Well, of course it's rant. I'm not I'm original, please. But something, so and we're doing what we can to get back there. And I mean, looking at my legs in the mirror today, it's like, well, I can be the lead dancer in Leper the musical. I got that down. But
Leper the musical.
Leper the
That's something we should explore.
Well, it's sort of like a combination of a Gallagher finale and Night of the Living Dead. You may not want to be in the front.
Legs with a watermelon, right?
Yeah, exactly. You may not want to be
just like a watermelon.
Exactly. As things go flying, and I don't know.
What do you call it?
Things go flying.
Yeah.
Around this town we know it's Leper. A leper lost his way.
Exactly. Oh yeah, just waiting for Ben-Hur to come and take me out of the leper colony again with her again.
And the hang.
Yeah. Oh no.
I actually thought the 33 on the back of the bottle of Rolling Rock was actually a religious symbol, but it turned out it was something else.
Well,
they don't exactly know what it is, but they have a couple of theories. It was a marketing tool. It was the number of words on the premium beer, the number of words they put onto it. But then others basically say it might be the year prohibition was repealed.
I would almost say it's like I don't know, the root of 69 for very flexible people, but the numbers don't work out.
And it could be a 33rd degree of
masonry. Yeah.
But I thought it was like 33 years. That's as old as Jesus was when he got crucified.
Well, and he certainly didn't have a rolling rock up on the cross. We know that.
But he got out of a rolling rock. That's how he.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Roll away the stone.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm your Lord and Savior, and after 3 days in the grave, nothing is more refreshing than a rolling rock.
Oh my God!
Jesus is the spokesman. Hi, I'm
Andy,
Jesus. I like a rolling rock when I'm feeling outside.
We're both going to hell, Andy. Okay, we're going to be with John Aston in the elevator, going down to the old people.
If you want to be revived from the dead, drink some Rolling Rock.
We're going to be given warm Rolling Rock beer when we get there, or hams. You can have both. Hams, the beer of Satan.
Oh my God.
It may have been the beer of Satan. It was the cheapest beer in town. It's like,
well, there you go. So was Mary Magdalene. Yeah. Oh God.
There was a beer.
Buckhorn.
Buckhorn.
Bergmeister. It was from Chicago.
Meisterbrow. Remember Meister?
No, not Meisterbrow. Meisterbrow is a little bit higher quality. Bergmeister.
No, that's not possible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'll tell you a cheaper. It was in Minnesota called Grain Belt.
Bergmeister.
Gray Pelt.
That was the lowest
form
of beer you could get.
When I was a freshman at Wayne State University and drinking age really, we had every weekend we did the search for the $2 12-pack.
That's you got a $2 12-pack.
It was almost like we had a scavenger hunt, and everybody, whoever needed weed, whoever needed beer, whoever needed whatever it was that you needed, was on the scavenger hunt. And then we'd all get together, and everybody'd have, if you couldn't find whatever you wanted, somebody else had found it on the scavenger hunt. I thought those were hilarious.
Yeah.
When I worked at Provincial House with a mentally and physically handicapped as a nurse's aide, we always came out there smelling like pee. The beer of choice was Blatz.
I remember Blatz.
Blatz. That was a sound you
Blatz,
make after
wasn't
a couple.
Blatz the beer that's so refreshing? Blatz, the beer that's so refreshing.
Well, now Hams was the land of sky blue water. That was Hams, right?
Yeah, land of the sky blue water.
Yeah. And you see the beer.
Black Label was Mabel, another Black Label.
Right.
Carly Black Label beer.
And I remember a time about 10 years ago when hipsters were into like listening to indie rock bands and drinking Schlitz, and I'm going, okay, they'll grow out of that. Yeah.
There you go.
Or they even had Black Label in there, and they also had Old Style.
Oh yeah, Old Style. Yeah, that was from Pennsylvania, right? Wasn't that from like Pittsburgh or something like that?
I Old Style I thought was from Milwaukee.
And, okay.
Miller Ale was from Pennsylvania.
Well, so was 3 Mile Island. That doesn't make it good.
That's true.
I mean,
but Rolling Rock, I think, is from Pennsylvania. So,
and Syphilis hails from Greece. I mean, oh my God, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Carly Black Label beer.
Yeah,
Hey Mabel,
I can't believe that if I make it till November 13th of this year, and whether I actually live to see that date or not, that right there, you guys should be setting up a betting pool. In fact, if you can get a hold of Sam beyond the grave, he'll probably have the inside line. Well, you want to get out the Ouija board, we'll channel Sam.
Well, have you thought about how you want to go? What kind of ceremony you want afterwards?
Well, as I've said many times, my nephew is going to preside over a Fargo funeral where my remains are scattered with a tree chipper, hopefully during the art fair.
The tree chipper.
Yes, okay. Exactly. I mean, but if I make it till November, then I will have 34 years of sobriety. And like Jack Nicholson said, here's to all the harm it's done me. Yeah. All
right. Well, I thought that's a good, but you could also go, via like decomposition, like become part of the soil. You know what I'm saying?
And now we have a decomposition from Mr. Jason Grant.
Yes, here we go.
I have looked into my burial plot because while we're on the topic, while we're doing this light and uplifting material, because that's what we do here. But in Chelsea, they have a cemetery where they do natural burial.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's where I'm going. No embalming.
Exactly.
They just put you in I want them to use the white cotton robe with the pointy hood that I got.
There you go.
Yeah,
the chest.
You've seen it. Yeah, someone said it's very grand, very grand, very wizardly, sort of a grand wizard kind of thing.
With dragons on the side. Is that what you want?
You've seen it. You've seen the pictures I put on Facebook, right? Yeah, that's it. And
we've known about that in Howell for a long time.
Oh well, I'm gonna have a guy come down and officiate.
There we go.
Yeah, but exactly. Put me in the ground in that. Cover me over with some soil and I don't know, put a bush up in front because if it gets to the right place, it'll be a burning bush in no time because I know what that's all about. The
other thing too is you can be encased in a bottom of a tree,
right?
And your compost will help make that tree grow.
Actually, I kind of like that. That it sounds a tad pagan, but it's not. I mean, let's face it. And Andy, I can just see this. You're going to be the other guy. You're going to be up there in heaven. You're going to be behind the desk. I'm going to become. My number comes up, number 5 billion, whoever, and I'm going to get up there, and you're going to look at it and go, okay, it's all looking good. It's fine. Oh, sir, I'm sorry. There's a flag on this account. Yeah, we need you to. Yeah, can you step over there, please? So. You're going to be the guy tapping away at the little thing at heaven, saying, "Well, no way, he's not getting in." No way.
Wait, I'm going to say you're not getting in.
Yeah, no, you're going to be the other guy. No, you're in. You're just going to be a civil servant.
Oh,
I'm going to be the one on the other end there, kind of like, hey, listen, you know the whole '80s. Can you forget that? You know,
well,
maybe...
hey, if it's based on Christianity, I'm thinking everybody's going to heaven because it's all based on forgiveness.
Yeah. I'd like to think that, but then I've seen people like Richard Ramirez, John Wayne Gacy, Carrot Top.
I think they'll be forgiven, but they put into like a certain location, like
even Carrot Top.
Even Carrot Top will be put in like some sort of like well, the Catholic Church talks about it.
Okay, then I'm really going to push this, and I'm going to ask you to come along with me. We have Rudolf Höss, the Commandant of Auschwitz, and Dane Cook.
Yeah, I think they should go to the same place. Yes.
All right, that's consistency. It's consistent. All right.
All right, I'm going back to beer because
all right. I just have one question. What is it? It's purgatory. It's called purgatory, right? Okay.
Right. Did Schaefer come up when we were talking about beers?
We said something with an S. Now, of course, we had Schlitz.
There's Schmitty beer. There's Schmitty beer from
Schaefer. I never heard of Schaefer.
There's Schmitty beer in Minnesota. Schmitz. You can have a Schmitz.
My favorite Schaefer reference was in the Martin Mull song called Honor Roll. Does anybody remember?
Yes. God.
The yes. Honor Roll. Oh. He said.
Yeah.
He did like a banjo type gospel ditty. I don't think he played the banjo in it, but it was one of those had kind of a bouncy tune, kind of like a banjo makes a bounce. He goes, "It was Saturday night. I was feeling all right. I saw the bright city lights and I went to town. I've been working all week long, need some wine, women, and song. But you know where I've been wrong, Lord. I'm singing now. Oh, damn it. Jesus Christ, I missed her again. It makes almost 7 years. God save my soul." And the girls go, "Save my soul." But it was hungover so bad. I hope St. Peter, he don't get mad when it's time for him to read that honor roll. And the girls go, "Read it out loud."
God, I miss
truth,
Martin
of course
Mull.
I do, Lord. I've always felt the truth to you, and I was drinking, Lord. Oh God, it was fun, and I must admit that it was quite a few, but it was Schaefer, Lord, so I had to have me more than one. Oh damn it, Jesus Christ, I miss church again. This Christmas I'm going to get me a lump of coal, but I was hungover so bad. I hope St. Peter he don't get mad. It was time for him to read that honor roll. Bum, 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 bum,
God.
Bum, bum, bum.
Now, didn't he get signed to do albums originally? I mean, because his act was a musical act. Wasn't he like signed to an album deal originally? Because that's how I remember.
Yeah, he signed with Dunhill Records, which was the ABC. It was the ABC. It was part of ABC Records, but I can't remember what Dunhill specifically was. But he signed with them, and he's the band they signed was Martin Mull and his Fabulous Furniture.
Right. Oh God.
And he did. Remember that? And he did all of his shows.
Yes, with the dime store and furniture.
And really, Fernwood Tonight kind of grew out of that because it was they added Fred Willard from the Improv Group Association or what it was. What was the name of that improv group he was part of?
Was it Ace Trucking or was it the association?
Ace Trucking. He was part of Ace Trucking Company.
Okay.
And they just took off with that. That was hilarious.
Yeah. I was listening to Robert Klein talk about his early days, and he and Fred Willard knew each other.
Yeah.
But he started he was doing some stand-up and some improv, and within 2 years, he had a summertime replacement show on CBS. Now, this is back when having a summertime replacement show may not be such a big deal, but you're 2 years into the business and you're already on network television in your own show. That's pretty good. Right. Man. That's a high bar. That is good. And of course he was a guest on Saturday Night Live. I can't remember how many times.
Oh, it's an improv group. Okay.
Yeah. Who's Andy talking to?
Yeah, I know it's right there, right across the street.
Oh dear.
Okay. If you want to spring, if you want to go for it, yeah, I'll take a ticket.
Oh, someone is soliciting Andy again.
Somebody's soliciting. Oh, he's boy, what
All
a
right.
sucker! I never even answer. I don't answer the phone for that reason.
Oh my goodness!
I don't my phone just for that reason. I don't want to get sold anything.
I get called now that I'm in debt to the medical companies because even though I have insurance, my copay, my $4,500 copay, which I think got like pegged the first or second night.
Wow. Okay.
And by the way, peg means a lot of things to a man like me.
Okay. Well, all right. Well,
that would be 40 minutes and 25 seconds into the show. The pegged reference.
Yeah. We have a pegging. Yeah. Thank you. Yep. Yeah. Good.
All right. Bye.
For those of you keeping score on the scorecard, that was 40 minutes.
On the Jason Grant scatological, homosexual, off-color remarks. Yes, that. Yeah. I mean, now, of course, I'm also thinking. You know what? I'm already in Dutch to the companies for almost $5,000. Why not go for it at this point? Because now the insurance company has to pick up the tab on the rest. So I got this hematoma growing in my midsection that's been there for a couple of years. Could use a knee replacement. I say we spin the wheel and just, hey, let's rock the house, man. Let's get it
Jason,
done.
have you ever thought you're maybe on the alien ship?
I was hoping
Nostromo, and you're just basically housing parasites. So become.
I was thinking a different sort of alien, like the ones who kidnapped me out at the range, and then who I left stumbling back to the mothership a couple hours later, when them talking to each other telepathically, saying, "Listen, let's not talk about this when we get back to the mothership. Let's just."
Oh, that is so funny.
We'll just.
We're the ones supposed to get into the anus. Hey.
Did you scan his phone? Did you hear that you have a pretty mouth ringtone?
Wow.
This is Zorg. This is your fault. I'm never. So that's what a pearl necklace looks like. I was thinking
Mark, he's
something.
infecting you.
Quit,
Mark, you're being infected by him. Come on,
limping, Zorg. You're going to give us away.
Don't you ever? Could have landed us in Vegas. Could have landed us in New York. No.
No.
Let's go to Chelsea, Michigan. Oh, I know a great little place. Secluded little joint. Oh, we'll have a great time. We told him we were going to do things to him. He looked at us, smiled, and said, what's taking so long? Let's get it started there, Shorty. you know, don't threaten me with a good time.
He put the bump in bumpkin.
Wow. My head's exploding.
How are we going to write this up? Look,
I don't know what category it goes in. It's just like some.
Put it down as a cattle mutilation that went sideways.
Well, it's like the section in the book area. Speculation. Speculation section. There we go.
Speculations. First speculations.
There we
go. I'm on top of my car, naked from the waist down, waving goodbye. You know, come back, fellers, anytime you want. More where that came from. Plenty of Jason Grant to go around for everybody.
You have a towel? Could you give me a towel, please?
Andy, no. I pulled you into the whirlpool of sin and degradation. No.
When I say towel, it could have meant anything. Okay?
Well, I think I meant towel in your case. Yeah, I just. Meanwhile, the boys in the cell block are going, we told you not to let go of him. Best time we'd had since anyone shown up and made Shawshank look like a documentary. You know,
it makes almost 7 weeks. God save my soul.
Well, you know, I was
hungover so bad.
Alien is actually a documentary of the rise of Trump.
Okay? You have got to do. I mean, interrupt Andy, but he's got to do that song while I do the alien rant. We absolutely. That would work, don't you think, Mark? You doing Martin Mull and I'm.
That would be great. I'd like to put the band together and get a bunch of people and do like a Martin Mull tribute. Nobody does. Everybody does tributes to bands that don't deserve tributes.
Right.
But Martin Mull really needs a tribute concert.
Right. Well, and I was thinking the next time I do a rant, and Mark, you're there, I would like you know all the beats and everything.
Okay.
I would like you to come up and drag me off the stage just as I give my closing line. And as you're dragging me off the stage, I do but wait, I do kids shows too,
Yeah.
and then you guys subdue me off to the side. No, I mean, I've been working on some of this stuff, and I just got to get my wind back, so to speak. You know what I need to do is just go in there and just sit down and watch a show or two.
Yeah, do that. It doesn't cost anything.
No, just get in there, get it together.
I think Friday there's a show out there in what's
Westfield or Westland.
Yeah, the show on Friday in Westland somewhere.
Yeah. Who does?
Ned, or not Ned, but
Ned. Yeah, Ned.
Yeah, Ned. Right,
Ned's returned. Ned has returned to that place.
Okay.
But he's got people that he also has people else run it. So Lisa's been out there.
The place at Lily Road and Joy, that one in Canton,
yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
The Brew House. They call it the Brew House, I think.
Brew House.
It
may be a different place. I think it's still the Brew House, though.
Friday, I've got some airport business, but after I do that, I will actually have time to go out there and perhaps run that. Thankfully, the track is getting back to work, so I'm finally able to get some income going. And and Andy, you and I both know about Uber because we're both going to look like Ethiopian famine victims if we depend on Uber.
Well, I know, but there was a miracle this morning, an absolute miracle. It's like I could swear I may possibly become a saint. I don't know how. But I got up at 7:00 and it started off with one airport run.
Woohoo!
It went to another airport run.
Woohoo!
It went to a third airport run.
Oh no!
4 airport runs.
Oh my goodness!
5 airport runs in less than 3 hours.
Right.
Wow.
And I was like, and one of them, the guy gave me a $40 tip. I'm going like,
nice.
Did I shave? Did I change the shirt?
Were you wearing men's clothing again?
I was wearing all my men's clothing. Yes.
Okay.
I have no idea why.
He was layered.
Yeah.
But maybe he felt sympathy because he said, "Have you been married?" I said, "No, I never got married. I don't know why. I think I'm really handsome. Maybe I'm really come to think it's my personality."
Yeah. In all seriousness,
them off,
I run into that question all the time. And they look at my hand, no ring finger. Oh, no kids either. And when they say no kids, I always say no. I never got married, and I know you don't have to be married to have kids, but I just I know what they're probing for, and again, this is different for you. I just want to turn around and say no. I'm a faggot. Leave me alone. Don't worry about it.
One of my
for me, it's obvious. I'm wearing a Star Trek thing, so I think it's basically whenever women went out with me, I so. What do you want to do with your life? Well, I thought I'd, be a Star Trek guy, It's like, and that kind of turned them off. And every time they say, so how do you see your life? Well, as maybe a captain of the Starship Enterprise. Is that possible? Yeah. So
one of my favorite family memories, and now has become a story, is my cousin. I'll leave her name out of it, but she was she still is a very beautiful woman. She's like 67 now, I think, 68. But she was a very, very beautiful teenager, very beautiful girl. She looked like, I couldn't tell you what she looked like. She looked like a better looking Elizabeth Montgomery, Oh, wow.
That's not possible.
Wow.
Oh, no, it was. I mean, she was just absolutely gorgeous. And after her 4th divorce, she says to my mom, and I'm here. I hear all this because I wasn't in the conversation, but I'm hearing her talking to my mom. She goes, Aunt Carol, I think maybe it's me. And my mom goes, yes. My mom says, you think? One of my favorite family stories.
You said your mom used to come and heckle you. So did she have the sense of humor? Was that where it all comes from?
My mom and dad were both so funny that they split when I was 8. They couldn't have stood each other for any longer than the 10 years that they were married. They were married in 58. They split in 68. And those 10 years, we did nothing but, I tell you how great it was growing up in my family when my parents were still together. My dad, we couldn't stay up past, I think we were allowed to watch Yogi Bear, and then in the 1st grade we were allowed to watch Batman, but that's only because it was based on a comic book. Right. But other than that, my dad every morning would give me the best jokes from the Johnny Carson show the night before. Every morning. That was like, and he would like, all right. And then he'd like, if he had to explain it, he goes, well, that's kind of adult, but here, I'm going to try to explain it. or maybe he goes, maybe I'll retell it as a kid's joke or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And I just remember, it's so funny because if he tried to retell something as a kid joke, it basically was a dad joke. He told a dad joke by trying to tell a kid joke.
Yeah. I face similar problems with trying to use Monty Python stuff for kid shows.
Oh.
I had to really edit it down. So, you know.
Now, my mom's sense of humor was such that, what we used to love to do was make her laugh, because if she got into a laugh, we called it a laugh attack, where she could hardly breathe because she'd laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, and it was like, and we'd say, and then we'd stretch it out even longer, because we should go up to her, mother, did we hurt you? We started doing characters like, and we were imitating, all the characters we imitated were stars from her day, but they were cartoon characters to us. You know what I mean? It was like, all the voices. You see, Edward Robinson.
Yeah. Why don't you make some eggs, Mom? Well, yeah, come on, make some eggs.
You'd watch Bugs Bunny, and they'd have all the
exactly. And so we'd be impersonating and she thinks that we're impersonating these old actors. How do you know who that is? You know, we're just impersonating the Looney Tunes. You know, that was great.
Oh God, yeah.
Man, I just remember we'd get on my mother's nerve, and she'd give us chocolate milk that tasted funny, and we'd be asleep till the next day. Yeah.
Nice.
That was great.
I believe what my mother did was legal. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, we were from the South.
The babysitter wasn't cold medicine. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Really?
Exactly.
That's what the taste was. Okay, yeah. No, I mean, you know, I mean, my mother would just, say, here, drink this. I need to go out and meet a new uncle. Your new uncle tonight. And yeah, there you go. I just no.
My mom didn't heckle me, Jason. It was more that she was trying to get the story. It's like, I never said that. I go, Mom, it's a joke, right? Just keep with the program. It's a joke.
My best friend was a man named Herb Ellis, and he's sadly been gone for 8 years now, and I miss him a lot. But he was a professional actor, and he encouraged me a lot to go on stage. And like the first or second time he was there at the comedy showcase, and his interaction, he was actually funnier than me, but it was one of those things I was able to go to him and then do some crowd work, because I mean, I'm an open micer with 2.5 minutes of material, just trying to not die on stage. And
yeah, but if you got a stool, if you got a stooge in the audience that you can play off of, that's perfect.
Which I did, and he was great at it, and I got a couple of big applause. And one of the comedians at that, if I'm not mistaken, it was Dave Landau, came up to me and said that was a really good show, and I said thank you very much. I didn't know who Dave Landau was at the time.
Right.
Now I find out that he's this is what, 13, 14 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he was like a huge. I mean, you guys all know him, but he was.
I think he lives down in Austin now.
Oh, he's a big cat now. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he is a big deal.
Yeah,
he's funny. He's very funny. He has my favorite bit about the Journey song.
No, tell me.
Don't Stop Believing.
Right.
He does the lyrics. He goes, she was a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Basically, and then he was he was full of city lights, born and raised in South Detroit. That song.
Right. Yeah.
And so he basically is going through the lyrics, and it's akin to something I did with a Melissa Manchester song, which was "Don't Cry Out Loud." I go, just keep it inside. Learn how to hide your feelings.
Yeah.
What kind of advice are we giving out there?
There's songs, man. There's thousands.
There's thousands of them. Exactly. Well, I remember when I was a kid, there was one year the number one hit was Gilbert Sullivan's "In a Little While From Now."
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
Oh, I can hear it. I mean,
Alone Again,
Alone Again Naturally.
That was the name of the song.
Jesus,
Yeah.
what a depressing song.
I know it. He was talking about wondered like when you're splattered. I mean, talk about the images those words gave.
And at the same time, there was a novelty song about cannibalism called Timothy.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, I hadn't heard. Oh, you're so right.
And the guy who was the co-writer on that was Rupert Holmes, who a few years later would hit it big with Pina Colada song.
Right.
Yeah, but Timothy was like getting banned everywhere, but CKLW would play it because that was back when CKLW was like the great, before FM radio.
Canadian side, man.
Oh, baby. Those Canadians, man.
I do have something interesting news. I was driving besides being a sainthood for airport runs.
Yes.
I picked up somebody from the airport.
Right.
I won't say her name, but she actually works for the Tonight Show for the last 15 years.
Nice.
And then she gave me information that they're going to be at the Opera House in Detroit next week on the 14th. So if you want to get there, you go online to the Tonight Show, and it's free tickets, but you got to sign up for them.
Right.
So it's up to you.
So Tonight Show is going to be there.
Tonight Show's coming to the Detroit Opera House.
Oh, very cool.
And I gave her all my ideas. So if you see Jimmy Fallon coming in the 1966 Batmobile, that was my idea, man.
That's very funny.
You know,
Andy, we got 3.5 more minutes.
Bloomfield Hills has an actual replica of the 1966 Batmobile, you know, and it's a Ford product, so there's Ford sponsoring this thing. So,
Andy, we have 3.5 minutes. If you'd like to talk about baseball, let's talk about baseball. Baseball. All right, what is the difference between a two seam and a 4-seam baseball? I wish I had my baseball with me, I'd show you. But the baseball, you know how it's strung and it loops around so that it's the same shape all the way around. Yes. If you hold the ball right here, and it's at where all the seams are across your fingers, right? All the way around. You're holding it all the way around. They cross your fingers. That's a 4-seamer because when it spins on 4 seams. Okay. And because the seams kind of stick out from the ball and it affects the spin of the ball. That's how you get curveballs. So it's from the seams. Those affect the rotation. A 2-seam is if you turn the ball, and so now your fingers are aligned with the seams, and now only 2 seams rotate along that way. Wow. I wish I had a baseball with me right here to show you. How fast does a baseball have to be going until that this actually affects the ball? Because I can never get over 20 miles an hour. It's not how fast it goes, it's how many rotations it makes. It's basically when they throw a curve, they're spinning, they're turning their wrist like this as they release it. So now it's spinning around like this. But when they throw things that they can throw, whenever a split finger pass ball, they sometimes call it a splitter. Yeah, they take their fingers and they widen. I can't throw one because my fingers aren't wide enough to do it. But they'll put it on the outside of the seams, and then what happens is rather than the ball rotating off the fingers, so it rotates backwards, it goes forward because it slips out from between the fingers, and it rotates forward, and so it's going right at you as a fastball. And just as you go to swing, it dips right down because of the rotation. There's about 9 or 10 different pitches that they can throw, and most pitchers only master about 3, maybe 4. The Hall of Famers mastered about 5 of them. Yeah, well, like do you remember what we have? That's how that's how you can. When they talk about Terry Skubal being a great pitcher and Cy Young and everything, and he could win it again this year, even though he's not having the season he had last year, is because they're talking about not only he doesn't meet in all the statistics because he hasn't won as many games. But he's got just as many strikeouts, and he still baffles batters, even games that he's not getting run support. And a lot of times you lose a game not because you didn't pitch well, but because your team didn't get any runs for you. So you can't go by wins and losses. That was what happened during the Toronto game I saw. Yeah, he had a perfect game, and then they couldn't get any offense. So,
well, do you guys remember? I think his name was Dan Glavine or John Glavine was his last name. John Glavine, the guy threw slump. No, that wasn't John. Hold on, I'm going to look it up. Dan Glavine? Right, he's in the Hall of Fame.
30 seconds to the end of this, guys, so we should give the farewell.
That's right. We're going to start doing the
Atlanta Braves.
What does Lou Gehrig say? This is the happiest day of my life. Whatever it was.
Well, and again, how amazing that he dies of Lou Gehrig disease. I mean, that's crazy.
He predicted it.
That's amazing.
Tom Glavine.
Tom Glavine
was his name. All right. Well,
yeah, okay. Well, it had syllables and consonants, so I was close. With Dan. Right. So, but again, the guy was just the consummate throw slop at you, never more than 85 miles an hour, but you couldn't hit him because it's like Mark said, it just did spin around, whatever. So, all right.
Once again, thank you, Mark, for your expertise in baseball. And this will be a session every time you come back. New things from Mark about baseball.
About baseball. I could. Oh, that's a whole year. I could do 52 different facts about baseball.
Well, then we're going to have to start scheduling them.
To the show, we want at least 3 minutes of new baseball.
That's
strategy.
Right. All right. That sounds like. Right. All right, but we'll see everybody next Monday night at 8 o'clock. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you. Good night, Sam.
Good night. Throw us.